Hey YouTube, Scott Stevens here. Hey, check this out. I gotta make this video. Man. The new update came out a couple days ago, and MLB The Show is going down the Pishadu. Look at this. First of all, this Incognito, and I'm going to do kind of a deep dive here. All the things wrong with this game and the things that keep going wrong. And they keep getting worse. First of all, this Incognito program, they don't put the names of the players on the back of the jerseys. That bugs me. They don't put the names of the players down in the corner on the overlay. That bugs me. They don't put the names of the players in the lineup. That bugs me. You know, who would know that Cal Raleigh's nickname is the Big Dumper? And seriously, the Big Dumper? I mean, I know I'm not the only one that sees that. I may have a warped sense of humor, but I know I'm not the only one who sees that. That's just stupid, man. So when you play the game, okay, if you do happen to use Cal Raleigh, it's going to say in your lineup, the Big Dumper. The Big Dumper. All right. Let's just start. Let's go. Let's start here and work our way through. All right. The stadium creator, they've done a few updates on it, okay? And it's they've added a whole bunch of new props. I would say maybe 55 to 60% are baseball related. They got dragons, they got flies, they got all kinds of stuff. While cool to see in the Global Baseball League, just come on, man. It's a baseball game. It's a baseball game. We want to play baseball. We want to see baseball-related stuff. I'm not going to put dinosaurs and spaceships and aliens in my stadiums. Now, I know some people do. That's fine. That would be more like RBI 4 or whatever game EA Sports just put out. That's a cartoonish game. This is a simulation, which, if you want to play the cartoonish game, there's one available. This would not be it. I'm telling you right now, I'm going on record. I know nobody cares. I know most of all, San Diego Studio doesn't care. But I am not spending money on this game anymore. I am done. I'm going to play this game until July of 2024 when the college football game comes out. But I'm never spending money on this game again. Because, and I'm going through the stadiums I have here. A lot of these stadiums were made by Dennis Fossa. You can find his ID in a lot of my videos and stuff. He does fantastic work. But the uploads on these stadiums, the uploads 20 to 30 times or more to upload a stadium that you edit or create. And this is after the servers are shut down on a weekly basis, 7 a.m. Friday mornings or Thursday mornings, for scheduled maintenance, updates, upgrades, whatever. Nothing changes. Uploading stuff to the server over the last month has been horrendous. And it's getting worse. It's really getting worse. So that's one thing. All right, now we come back into the Diamond Dynasty because we're just going to go through. I'm going to go through all of these. My squad. Yeah, let's look at the programs, okay? They just did 2 new programs. All right, there's the Team Affinity. I will say the Team Affinity for Season 2 is a little bit easier than it was for Season 1. They did fix that. That's good, because Season 1 was ridiculous. Season 2 seems to be going smoothly as it should. We have like 13 days left as of this recording, and I'm almost finished with these. Just mainly by gameplay, normal gameplay, I got a lot of it done. That's the way it should be. Now let's look at these programs. Let's go through all of these programs, all right? Just real quick. Let's look and see. So Justin Verlander, 87. That was one of the first programs. All right, that's cool. Your grand reward for the Mexico City Series program, 94, Trent Grisham. Okay. All right. April Tops Now. Well, that was a Matt Chapman. The Tops Now ultimate rewards at the end. Matt Chapman and Aaron Judge. Those have been pretty good. The Kaiju series. Your final reward at 97 Billy Williams. The Incognito series, which I hate, by the way. I've gone on record many times to say it. 97 Brandon Belt. All this grinding for 97. You have Maytops now. That was those were decent. The Father's Day. All right, let's look at the Father's Day. This was a major grind to get the 70 stars just because of the way it was laid out. You couldn't get credit unless you had you couldn't get PXP credit without these guys. So you had to earn your way up to them. And your ultimate reward at the end, a 97 Ken Griffey Jr. Now, I know a lot of you out there make your God Squads with 99s. That's the point of the game. So giving you a reward of 97, what does that do for you? The only thing it does is it works for your Set 1 collections and your Set 2 collections. And we'll get into those in just a minute. But these weekly wonders, there is absolutely no incentive to do these at all. I do them because it's something to do. But look at what you get. It's only 7 stars, couple of moments, couple of missions, all good. But here's your rewards for the time it takes you to do it. Maybe an hour, 2 hours, depending on the missions, maybe a day or two. But you get 1,000 XP, a pack of crap, 1,000 XP, Ballin' is a habit pack, 1,000 XP, Ballin' is a habit pack, 3,000 XP. So 3, 4, 5, 6,000 XP, a pack of crap, and a couple Ballin' is a habit packs. That's not worth your time. That is not worth your time. The June Tops now, that program is okay because at the end of the month, you get a 99 card. So I don't have any complaints with that one. But this one here, the Future Stars series, is exactly like the Father's Day program. You got to grind and grind and grind. But look at how many it is. 150 stars. And your end results, Jason Dominguez. A 97. A 97. I have so many 97 cards. I've never had so many 97 cards in my life. I mean, there's just way too many of them. And again, if you're making a God Squad, he's not gonna make your team. He's not even gonna be on the bench. Now you have these cards here, the choice pack, right? The what is it called? Welcome to my show pack. Well, these are okay. You get some 99 cards out of that if you're lucky. There's no guarantee that you're going to get the 99s. But, I mean, come on. Francisco Alvarez, I mean, come on. Make him better. De La Cruz, he's been doing pretty good. But, I mean, and I understand they're future guys. All right, but it's not even a guarantee that you're going to get a 99 out of these. So your end result is your grand reward, a 97, another 97. What they're doing is they're forcing us into the corner. They're pushing us into the corner and trying to force us to spend money because you can't flip cards anymore either. They've changed the price tiers of the cards. They did that last year, and I mean, look at this. This is an 80 gold, right? Gold used to be minimum of 1,000, right? Now, look at the numbers. 427 and 448. Gold used to be a minimum of 1,000. Now they're 448. You can't flip cards anymore because it's not the way it used to be. 2 years ago, I had, I think, 2 or 3 million stubs just from flipping cards. And this year, it's too much of a hassle. The return is terrible, and I stopped doing it. I'm not flipping cards anymore because it's not worth the time that you invest on it. This one right here, look at this. Adley Rutschman. 5,000. He's an 87. 5,000. 5,000 used to be the minimum. Now you can bid on them at 1,200. 5,000 used to be the minimum for diamonds, and then they were unlimited as to how high they could go. There's Aaron Judge. He's a 96. 149,000, 132,000 till now. So those are good, but they're forcing you into a corner where you have to spend money. Flipping cards no longer is lucrative. It's just not worth the effort. In order to finish these collections, you have to grind. Or if you want, not to wait that long, you gotta spend money. I don't spend money. I refuse to spend money. I spend enough on the game. Plus, I bought the first $5 pack for the Negro Leagues. Now they want to sell you another $5 pack. The first one wasn't enough. So it's terrible. It's terrible. Now I have a pretty good lineup. This is not my God Squad. I can come up and show you my God Squad. But this has been put together through grinding and saving stubs for long amounts of time, and spending them. But I'm not flipping cards anymore because they're making it impossible. Now you see all these guys that have all the best cards out there, and we'll take a look at some of those, and they're spending money. Don't let them tell you they're not spending money. They're spending money, and that's fine. I have nothing against that. You want to spend the money, go right ahead. I got money. I can spend the money. I don't want to. I bought the game. I don't want to have to spend more money. Who's Nasty Boy? Rob Dibble. Another thing, Nasty Boy. I don't know who the hell Nasty Boy is. Stupid. Rob Dibble. 200,000. You got to grind for him. Longo. Evan Longoria. 277,000. 300,000. Where's 245,000 for the Big Hurt? And I have nothing against the prices, but it's just so much more difficult this year to save the stubs, to earn the stubs, to grind the stubs, to be able to buy these guys. It was never this hard, this difficult, and they're making it even harder. And the reason they're doing it is because they want you to have to spend money. You want the Justin Verlander, you can grind and save up money, or you can spend some money and buy some stubs, and that's where they're pushing us, and it's getting out of hand. This whole Incognito thing is just ridiculously stupid, and with the no names on the back of the jerseys. But here's this one, and if you follow any of my streams, you've seen me say this many times. I don't even talk about it in my streams anymore because it pisses me off, really. All right, this is the Set 2 collection, okay? So when you start your Set 2 collection, now let me say this. The 97 reward programs, you do go through those programs, you play it out, and you earn cards for Set 2 collection or Set 1 or Core or whichever one you're working on. So there is a bigger picture, but it's much more difficult to get to that bigger picture. It's nowhere near what it used to be. So here, when you collected 50 of the Set 2 cards, you got 2,500 stubs and 5,000 XP. Okay, that's cool. That's fair. Thank you for the reward for hitting 50. Now, when you get up here to 195, which is a lot of cards, that's a lot of grinding, you get 2,500 stubs and 5,000 XP. Wait a minute. It's exactly the same as when you got 50. So your reward for grinding out another 145 cards is exactly the same as it was. And look at this. When you get up to 265, it's the same thing again. 2,500 stubs, 5,000 XP. That is a slap in the face from San Diego Studio to the people who love the game and grind the game and play it every day to try and get their stubs, to try and get the cards, complete their collections. If you get 265 cards, you get 2,500 stubs, 5,000 XP. The exact same reward you get when you have 50 of them. That's a slap in the face to the grinders, and it's just ridiculous. Things are they're completely out of hand, and it's really bad. And the new programs, again, the new program that came out the other day, this one's 150. Let's look at the Father's Day, because that one was a beast. 70. This one was only 70 stars, and it was hard to do because you needed these guys to collect the PXP. You couldn't collect PXP with any other guys. So you had to earn your way through the program to get the guys, and then you would add them to your lineup, and you'd start collecting a little more and a little more and a little more. And it was only 70, and it was still a beast. It was a beast. This one has 150. I have not started this one yet. I have the Conquest just about ready to go, and the Conquest gives you a nice little bump. You get 30 stars. So if you do the Conquest first, you can get a few of these guys to start collecting some of the PXP and the missions and things like that, and that's good. But it's still, again, a lot of cards for your set 2 collection. But look at the grind, and then your ultimate reward. It's ridiculous, man. And they're pushing you to have to spend money, and that's what they want. That's the ultimate goal, and things are just out of hand. There's so many things wrong with this game, and they say that we listen to our community, and they keep saying stuff like that, and they listen to their community. I'll tell you that they do listen to the community, but they only listen to the things they want to. So, and these people say, oh, yeah, they actually listen to us. Don't make it sound like, they're the saviors of game creations, because they listen to what they want to listen to. They listen to what they want to fix. And I understand they got to be selective, and I understand they can't do everything everybody wants, and that makes perfect sense because some people just want unrealistic things. But the bulk, the core, hardcore player wants just a solid working game with good rewards for the time invested, and you're not getting them. You're not getting them. And then they put in another program here, and it's a beast. All the 150 stars. Now, there's 13 days left. And this Incognito program, I've said it many times, I hate the Incognito program. I wouldn't care if they put the players' names back on the screen like it was when it first started. Put them on the back of their jerseys. Put them in the overlay. Put them in the lineup. I wouldn't care at all about the Incognito program. I would say, oh, cool art, cool card art, cool players. But the fact that in my batting order it says Bringer of Rain when Josh Donaldson is up. On the screen overlay it says Bringer of Rain. That's stupid, man. That is absolutely stupid. And I've said it many times. And, if I want to play with players with no names on their jerseys, I'll use those type of jerseys and choose those type of jerseys for my team. They're getting further and further away from simulation baseball, which is what we want. You have 2 types, really, of video games. You have simulation and you have arcade. This is a simulation game. The one that EA Sports just released, and you have to forgive me, I can't remember the name of it. I want to say RBI Baseball, but I don't think that's it. They just released one like within the last 3 weeks. That's cartoonish because it's arcade style, and that's fine. If you like the arcade style, then more power to you. But for those of us who come here to the simulation, we don't want that arcade stuff. We don't want the Sandman. Well, look, we'll come into my God Squad right here, Hammer and Hank. We'll go to the batting order, and there's what it says. Where does it say? Hammer and Hank. All right, that one's not too bad, but still, let it say Hank Aaron. I don't have any more of those guys in my lineup. That's good, because I try not to use them, but there's Bringer of Rain on my bench, and the Say Hey Kid. Why can't it just say Willie Mays? Why can't it say Josh Donaldson? I mean, and there are people where Willie Mays is the Say Hey Kid. All right, you know these things. There's a lot of ones that but you can't possibly know the nickname of every single person to ever play Major League Baseball. You can't do it. I don't care how hardcore a baseball fan you are. You don't know every nickname of every player from the history of the game. You don't. I never knew Cal Raleigh was called the Big Dumper. The Big Dumper. That's all I got to say, man. It's out of hand. MLB The Show is getting further and further away from baseball. like it used to be. And it's very disheartening. It's very frustrating. And some of the aspects of the game are actually taking the fun out of playing a simulation baseball game. And I, for one, will not give them any money anymore. This is the last edition of this game that I will buy. Again, I'm going to play it until July 2024 when the college football game comes out. And that's fine, but they're not getting any more money from me down the road. I won't buy MLB The Show 24, 25, any of them, because I've just had my fill of it as I've watched over the last several years as they've gotten further and further away from the baseball experience. Who cares about dinosaurs and big flies with big wings who are animated in the back of the field? Who cares about spaceships? And we want to play baseball, man. Baseball. And whether you like the retro baseball, whether you like the legend players, whether you like today's players, it doesn't matter. Baseball is baseball. It's not dragons, it's not flies, it's not spaceships, and it's not aliens. All right, rant over. Scott Stevens out.